Alrighty, I'm at part 4. So we moved into this house, and when we moved in here, we basically came in here, we remodeled, we did everything, and y'all, it just still transitioning into not selling drugs, trying to make it. Like, I didn't have no job. I was just praying, asking God to, like, basically, give me a sign, but I didn't want to go back to the streets. So I asked God, and He delivered me from the streets. From then on, I hadn't touched no drugs. I hadn't did no drugs. So I began to be, I'm still more like stay-at-home mom, making sure my kids do their homework, just stayed on them. Well, also, I dealt with a lot of infidelity. And it was wild. It was crazy. It was like, I was always with my kids, and I wasn't worried about a man or worried about like what was going on. I just, focused more on my kids. And people, I don't know if they saw that, but it was just like more of a thinking that I was stupid or I was blind, and I'm just like, I'm not looking for it. So people would start coming and telling me like, hey, your man's doing this and blah, 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 this. And I'm just like, okay, well, give me proof or I'm not going to go look for it. So a little bit of proof came, and I end up, putting my hands on somebody. But the moment I put my hands on them, I had to realize, I was like, you know what? You don't do that. So I began to play the game back, and I played the game as long as the game was played. Well, also, it was a female that I really can't even tell you when this began, but all I know is that this female, like, she just never went away. So I'm there for like just about every year I'm going through something. At this time I started I started working at Little Caesars. And when I started working at Little Caesars, I just, I really stayed focused on working, making money, trying to better myself for my kids. I went through a lot with that job. I went through a lot of my kids growing up and having to transition from me being at work all the time, being away from home a lot. So it was just dealing with my man, like, but nobody really saw me. I was always at work or, working home. I did whatever I wanted to do on the weekends. But I went through a lot. I really did. And I've taken a lot from people. But it's also like the growth in me was amazing at that time. Like, I wasn't worried about nothing. But it just seemed like, misery loves company. And people didn't understand that I was finally happy with myself. Like, finally, like, I'm making legal money. I'm doing something I never did. I became a boss. Like, it was a lot. But so there's one female. Y'all, this girl is a real life weirdo. Okay? When I say real life weirdo, she's a weirdo. Her, several other women. But she was really a weirdo. It became a time that there was an accusation, or I don't know how you would actually say this, but people came and told me that he supposedly had a baby by somebody else. I said, listen, I done everything I could possibly do. You done all that you can possibly do. Let me tell you, I'm not nobody's stepmama. I'm not doing that. So if you got a kid out here, you might as well go ahead and pack your bags and go ahead and leave. Because I'm not going for that. And so it was a while where we wasn't talking, we wasn't doing nothing. Throughout all the years, we had really like it was a lot, man, y'all. We was fighting, we was doing a lot. I put my kids through a lot because they had to grow with me, they had to grow with us, they had to see some of the things, and like nobody wants to know. You don't actually understand what you're putting your kids through until it's over with, like what's going on in your kid's mind or stuff like that. So I really, that's why when I say being a mother is not, it's not easy. But anyways, so I told him, I said, if that baby's yours, I'm gone. So he sat down, he talked to me, he admitted to me, he told me everything, and I was just like, okay, but I'm telling you. And so he took a blood test or whatever to pick, and the baby was not his, so we proceed with life. I want to say maybe a month or two after that, he asked me to marry him, and I did, because I'm like, I'm not going nowhere, and he's not either. Like, I gave him time to grow. I gave myself time to grow. I'm like, hopefully, this is something for us to move forward. Like, well, we did move forward, but this same female, not that one, but it's another female. I guess she was more jealous because she entertained me, she entertained my husband. Text messages, all types of stuff. And I'm just like, okay. But the crazy thing is, she would entertain him and then tell him. And I'm like, why are you telling if you're entertaining? That's stupid. She was like, no, I'm like, that's stupid. So fast forward, y'all. I'm living my life. I'm doing good. I'm not worried about this. I started receiving fake messages or text messages from a fake number, but it was like accurate information. And I'm just like, but why play on my phone? So at first I didn't know who it was. And then I asked, and he told me. And I was like, oh, okay. So I never did let the girl know. I just let her play on my phone. Because I didn't want her to know that, like, baby, I got the power. So anyways, she kept playing on my phone, playing on my phone, playing on my phone. At this time, y'all, I started praying and I started asking God. I'm like, please remove, please reveal, please remove, please reveal. At that moment in time, my friends, some of my family members, my kids, even my husband, like, everything just started to be revealed. And like, I'm praying and I'm going through the motions and I'm asking God, and I'm just like, please, because I don't want to take this into my hand. Well, the girl literally would not stop playing on my phone. I threatened her. Like, I would send her pictures of her and her man back. I'm just like, why do you have so much time to play on my phone? So he would never stop it, like stop her from playing on my phone. But I'm like, dude, you don't understand like how much this girl has power over you, for her to entertain you and then come tell on you just to try to break us up. Like, it's stupid. Like, why would you keep doing it? And never understood it. Still don't understand it, and I don't care. But at the end of the day, you can't play with a child of God. So kept on praying. Sure did. At that time, like I said, everybody. But that's the most important time of my life, is getting that real relationship with God. Once I gave everything to God, I stopped playing. If you hurt me, I gave it to God. Cuss me out, I gave it to God. Anything you did, I just gave it to God. And he just kept on. Like, but yes, with the stalker chick, I had to literally change my phone number. Once I changed my phone number, I blocked her on every social media that there is. I don't get no fake messages no more. I don't get no nothing. And I'm just like, yeah, you're weird. You'll forever be weird for that. You're a weirdo. And that is the end of that part. Part 5 is going to go into more of a detail of me raising my kids and when my kids took a shift and a turn and how it's been for the last 3 years. So that's what I'm going to get into in my next video. Bye.